Hi friendly friends, it's Amy from Savor Salvage Scent. I hope this finds you doing well in spite of the current pandemic. It's a lot, I know. Hope all of you are healthy and happy in spite of this. I thought today I would talk about 10 scents that smell like the winter holidays to me. For those of you who have not visited the channel before, welcome and thank you so much for stopping by. This channel focuses mainly on fragrance and DIY projects. For those of you returning, thank you so much. I hope any of you will, if you're inclined, hit the red subscribe button if you haven't yet so we can stay in touch and leave any kind of ideas, questions, thoughts, challenges, love it all. So I thought it would be fun. I'm going to be doing a few videos over the coming weeks that are centered on, in my case, Christmas, because that's what I grew up celebrating, but truly any of the winter holidays, all of which I honor in my mind, but I was raised celebrating Christmas. So that's kind of where my mindset is somewhat coming from. Today, in the future, I'm going to be doing a video with a friend, Eloisa, that will focus on 5 perfect scents for gift giving. But today, I want to talk about 10 scents that I think specifically smell like something that is absolutely holiday related to me. So things, everything from pine and balsam because of the, in my case, Christmas tree, or just the outside kind of scents, to foods that you would experience during the holidays. So for me, that means like oranges and pomegranate and lots of spice. So like nutmeg and cardamom and cinnamon and those kind of things. I also think of things like dried fruits. So like dates and raisins and dried apricots and that kind of thing. And then things like cocoa, and at the end I even have something that's kind of animalic that reminds me of the holidays. So I'm going to dive right in, 10 scents today, and some are, I think, things perhaps that people would expect that are, I would say, like popular in the fragrance community, and some I rarely hear talked about. You'll also see scents that are as affordable as literally $8 to $10, all the way up into like I think the 200 mark is the highest, though I almost always find my things on sale. So we're gonna hit the ground running here. So 10 cents. And I'm not for everyone am I gonna talk about the notes, just to keep things quick, but I'll tell you what notes I think are prominent today. So I'm gonna kick off with a couple scents that smell to me like pine resin, fir, balsam, that kind of thing. So the first is a new one to me. This is an Annick Goutal scent. First of all, look at this box. Oh my goodness gracious. Look at the color and look at this bottle. This I think is going out of commission. Those of you who are familiar with Annick Goutal might know that this used to be under the artist name. She's since passed many years ago, but I think it recently sold like in the last few years, and now it's just called Goutal Paris. And so if you seek this scent out, you might find a square or a different bottle that is still blue but looks somewhat different, but I believe it's the same scent. So this is called Nuit, Etoilee, so Starry Night. Doesn't that bottle look like it? So to me, oh my gosh, I had been looking for a pine kind of related scent. I didn't want something, to be honest, as like masculine leaning as like, what's it called? I think it's called Pinot, like really, really piney, like resinous male marketed scent. I wanted something that had a little more than pine, and this is incredible. Totally lives up to its name of Starry Night. It was created in 2018. You can find it, I just bought this recently on eBay for $40, and you can find this is 1.7, you can find a 3.4 for as cheaply as, I want to say like $75, which is a great price for a Annick Goutal. This was created in 2012. It is inspired by moonlight, starry skies, and the cool scent of the woods. And that is what you get. I am going to say a little bit about the notes for this one. Top notes are mint, citron, orange. Mid notes are pine tree and fir. And the base notes are immortelle, angelica, and tonka bean. If you're not familiar, immortelle has a scent of kind of like, people describe it as like a soft burnt sugar with a bit of like a woody, or yeah, kind of a woody scent. The nose is Isabelle, I think it's Doyen, Doyen. She has created almost all of her scents have been Annick Goutal scents. So this to me is so cool because it's like equal parts pine, a little woody. It's got a little bit of herbalness in there. It's got that little bit of orange or mandarin. It is beautiful. So it's not just this blast of pine. It's really, to me, something you could literally smell in a winter forest. Like you would get a little bit of everything. It is a sophisticated scent, just beautiful. So Annick Goutal's Nuit, Etoilee. All right, next, another scent that focuses on pine, but very different. This is Clinique's Wrappings. I had been hearing about this. I love older Clinique scents, Aromatics Elixir, for instance. And so I had a feeling I would like this. Just bought this vintage bottle not too long ago on eBay. Paid about $20 for this. You can find it. It only comes out this time of year. It's still being produced, Wrappings, in a gift set, often at like Belk and Macy's and those kind of places for like, I want to say it goes on sale for like 30 to 40 this time of year. This is old school. I love it because again, it's not just pine. Let me kind of tell you a little bit more about it. But if you don't like kind of aromatics elixir kind of, or like chypras, a little bit of oak moss, you're probably not going to love this. If you do though, this is really cool because it's got some similarities to other things from its time, but it's got this piney scent too. So it's so cool. To me, it smells like, I grew up in the 80s, so it smells like 1980s Christmas. So this was created in 1990, actually. And to me, I'm not going to read every note because there's a ton of them. By the way, I could not find a nose listed. But it smells to me like aromatics elixir. So it's got this like aldehyde, chypra kind of thing. It's like aromatics elixir and pine soap had a baby. So it's got that resinous pininess. But if you're familiar with aromatics elixir, it's got that going on too. It's so cool. It is to me 1980s, 1990s holidays. Gorgeous. Wrappings by Clinique. Okay. Next is a Jo Malone scent that I've talked about before. So my apologies if you've heard me talk about it before. But to me, it is so essentially Christmas or winter holiday. It's perfect. This is Pomegranate Noir. I will proudly say, I cannot not say this when I look at Pomegranate Noir. First, this is one of the scents. I know for those of you who don't like Jo Malone, it's usually based on the fact that some of her scents fade fast and don't have a lot of projection. This is not one of those. This is, to me, strong in a good way. Lasts, and in fact, this is the scent that got me written up at work once. So, I find this anyways to be, it smells just like holidays. This is typically about, I think, $140 a bottle, 3.4 ounce. However, if you are open to buying from Russian Federation and waiting for a long time, you can find this sometimes on sale through eBay, and you can pay as little as 50, 60 bucks. This, I have literally had this for like 10 years, and I wear it pretty often. So you can see, it only a few sprays is needed. It's great. So I'm not going to go into every scent or note for this. To me, it smells like pomegranate and clove. It is beautiful. It's spicy. It's sexy. To me, it's unisex. It's kind of right in the middle to me of the gender spectrum thing. And the nose is Beverly Bain. She's done many for Jo Malone, Clive Christian, and then a few others. But it's gorgeous. It just smells to me like The pomegranate and spice thing almost makes me think of like a mulled scent or a mulled drink, but it's got a little sexiness too. It's gorgeous. Pomegranate Noir by Jo Malone. It smells like the holidays to me. Okay, next. Some of you will be familiar with Alexandria fragrances. My understanding is this is a niche house, and the nose's name is Honey. I hope I'm pronouncing this right. Hafez, Havez. I believe that some of the reason he's gotten traction with this house is because they do really good kind of interpretations of more expensive scents or even dupes. But my understanding is he also is doing some of his own scents, and they're really good. And they run anywhere from, like, if you find them on sale, $35 to $45 or $50. So especially for ones that might be similar to much more expensive scents, a really good deal. This is called Apple Crumb. And oh my God, I love this scent. So I think these are, 1 ounce bottles. I got this on sale online, I think for about $35. I had been looking for something that basically smelled like a spicy apple dessert, and this is great. It's a sophisticated version of that. So Apple Crumb, created in 2018. It's supposed to be a dupe for Ojan, which is a scent by Parfums de Marly. And let me tell you a little bit about the notes in this one, just to give an idea. The top notes are cinnamon and honey. The mid notes are ambergris, benzoin, and labdanum. So those are kind of resins. The base notes are musk, patchouli, vanilla, tonka. So what's interesting to me is the things that I smell the most aren't all represented in the notes. So it must be how the notes come together. And so I get like a delicious, sophisticated, ambery apple spice dessert. It is, oh my God, so good. This is one of those, I mean, all of these I love, and they smell like the holidays to me. This is one you get a whiff of yourself and you're like, dang, this smells delicious. So Apple Crumb by Alexandria Fragrances. I didn't save the box, but another thing a good thing to know is if you gift this, they come in beautiful boxes too. So yeah, great deal. Apple Crumb. All right, next on the list, don't doubt. I'm going to tell you who this is made by, and you're going to try to judge this. I tried as well. I asked on a fragrance site for a scent. I was looking for things that smelled like orange pomanders, orange and clove or orange and chocolate, and somebody posted this, and I was like, what? It was so cheap that I tried it, and I'm in love. Let's talk about Avon's Extraordinary. I think this is starting to be out of commission, I believe. I found this for, I think, $9 shipped online. This was first created in 2005, and that's the bottle I got. It was from 2005, brand spanking new, still wrapped. They describe it as sparkling champagne and creamy chocolate candies. That's what it smells like. I get orange too, though. The top notes are pepper, tangerine, raspberry, and grapefruit. The mid notes are dark chocolate, ginger, orchid, magnolia, and lotus. And the base notes are vanilla, patchouli, sandalwood, and musk. The nose is Harry Fremont. He designed many things for Avon, for Banana Republic, like their black walnut, for Calvin Klein, for instance, CK1, a scent that I detest. I'm so sorry, but I love this scent. Bond number 9, Modern Muse, David Yurman scents. I mean, the list goes on. So this is a well-experienced, awesome nose, $8 to $10 bottle of perfume, and it's gorgeous. It smells like a sparkling kind of orange or citrusy, cocoa-y chocolate champagne-y thing. It's delicious. Get it. It's so affordable. For this, you could just, you use a body spray, whatever. Anyways, it's wonderful. Avon Extraordinary. Don't judge me. Check it out. All right. Next. Oh, this would probably be my number one. If somebody said holidays in a bottle, I'd be like, Kenzo Jungle Elephant. Yes. Polarizing scent. People are crazy about it, and some people do not like it at all. Spice is what creates that line for people. Beautiful, cool bottle. You can find this for about, I think, $35 to $50. This is one of the best spicy scents I've ever smelled. It's interesting because a lot of these scents I've talked about so far today were unisex, marketed unisex. And I think it's so interesting because this one is marketed as a unisex scent too, and it's kind of just like right in the middle. I just feel like I can't imagine a human that wouldn't like this, although people who don't like a lot of spice and scents don't. So, if you like spice, it's exquisite. The notes that stand out the most for me, there are many, but it's cloves, cardamom, mandarin, really rich florals, amber, and vanilla. And so the way that equates is this like sweet, spicy kind of Christmas in a bottle scent. It is wonderful. The nose is Dominique Ribion. Many of you will know him. He is a master. He has created for many for Frederic Malle, Dior, Armani, Givenchy, the list goes on. So, Jungle Elephant by Kenzo. Gorgeous. Look at this dent. I think I've only had this for a couple years, but I wear it like crazy in the winter. And this is a compliment getter, by the way. I mean, men, women, when I wear this out, they're just like, you smell good. Like, it is delicious. All right, Kenzo Jungle Elephant. Next, moving into the kind of dried fruits thing. Mehareese Belle by El Valerio. This is supposed to be kind of a dupe. It's an Italian company, and it's supposed to be kind of a dupe for Musc Ravageur by Frederic Malle, which I smelled a little test drive once and was like, oh my God. So expensive though. It's like I think 400 a bottle. For those of you who can afford it, it really is an incredible scent. This is very close, Meharees. This runs about $45, and honestly the perfume itself is pretty inexpensive. It's like 30, but shipping from Italy is what's tough. So $45, but again, compared to paying 300 to 400, quite a steal. The top notes are cinnamon, orange, bergamot, and rose. The mid notes are sandalwood, guacwood, cedar, and patchouli, and the base notes are vanilla, amber, and musk. This smells to me like dates, cinnamon, and orange. It's beautiful. This is another one where it's just gorgeous, captivating. I mean, the first time I smelled this, I was like, I can't get over it. It is so delicious. It's a little bit animalic. I say that being informed by other people and knowing, here's what the thing, I love animalic scents. So sometimes musks or things that other people think are like a little strong or animal smelling, I'm like, they just smell good and warm and delicious to me. But people tell me this has a hint of like an animalic scent. I don't get it. I just get warm, delicious, beautiful. So if you like dates and that kind of like dried fruit smell, God, this is amazing. Meharees by Valerio. All right, if you took Meharees and put it on steroids, in my opinion, you would get Dates Delight by the House of Oud. So a lot of you will be familiar, a lot of their scents come in these little, I don't know, stones. And what's interesting is when you pull it out, that's the way the sprayer works. Okay, I gotta be honest. I think I'm pretty open-minded when it comes to notes and perfumes, but Oud is a tough one for me. Some I like, some, I would say 70% of what I've tried I detest. It has this medicinal smell to me that I cannot get down with on my own skin. When I was in Paris, I smelled a lot of people wearing Oud, often men, and they smelled really good. But for me, this is almost headache inducing. So Oud at first. This is one of the only Oud scents that once I kind of get used to it, and it's way better for me in the winter months. I'll say a lot of these are way better in the winter months. But this is gorgeous once it just dries down for a minute or two. This is one of the more costly scents on my list today. It retails, I think, for about $200, maybe even more, but I got this on sale for $130. That's about as much as I spend on a perfume. It's only a few times a year, but it's really gorgeous, and as you can see, kind of impressive looking. It was created in, 2016, and the top notes are dates and peony. The mid notes are cinnamon, caramel, tonka, and coumarin. The base notes are honey, sugar, vanilla, benzoin, and labdanum. So I will say what I get from this is date, spice, honey, and because of the oud, a little woodiness, but sadly for me also it smells a tiny bit medicinal. A lot of people, other people don't get that when they rave about this. It's just dates and honey perfection to them. But for me, I get a little of that medicinal scent. It does calm down once I spray it, but it definitely smells like the holidays to me because of the dates. So House of Ouds Date Delight. 2 more friends. The next one on my list is probably, I would say, the most popular, on trend, sweet. And I would say probably, even though I'm like all about you wear what you like, no matter the gender spectrum or how it's marketed, this to me is probably the most femme, I would say, scent. This is Prada Candy Night. Very honestly, I would have never bought this because candy is a little too sweet for me. And then a friend of mine wore this at work, and I was like, oh my God, she smelled so good. So why does it belong on our Christmas list, you might ask? To me, it smells like powdery, like chocolate to a point of being cocoa. So like cocoa, it has a little bit of orange, a little caramel, and a little cream. And all that works out to be, it still smells like perfume. I mean, like, it's a gourmand, but it's not gourmand to the point where it only smells like food. It definitely has a little bit of a perfumey, kind of powdery scent, but it's intoxicating. Like, it dries down kind of quickly. You have to reapply in my case. But man, when you get a whiff of this on somebody, you're like, they just smell amazing. And it smells a lot like cocoa or something warm to me that you would drink during the holidays. So Prada Candy Night, as you can see, it's in a gorgeous bottle too, like this ombre effect. So cool. All right. Last but not least, maybe the most risk-taking, I would say, on this list, but so cool. For you perfume nerds like me, oh my gosh, you guys, this is so great. I just have a sample of this. I'll be buying a full bottle soon, but this is a Solstice Scents perfume. Solstice Scents is out of Gainesville, Florida, niche house. The nose is Angela St. John. She and her partner, who create the scents and all the marketing, everything to do with the company, are just amazing magicians. But this is called White Fox. And oh my gosh, it's so cool. I don't think it's in stock right now, but as we get a little closer to the winter holidays, it will be in stock again, is my guess. 5 milliliter bottles, which last a long time. They're perfume oils, typically cost between like $16 and $19. This is, it smells to me what the outside smells like during the winter holidays. It's got this balance of animalic, pardon me, scent. So it's got like a furry, like a cold outside furry scent with a little vanilla and a little like the outside woods. White Fox. It literally smells like, they are so good at atmospheric scents. And this to me is such a risk-taking cool thing. It smells like, if any of you have ever smelled a perfume called kitten fur, I mean, warm animals have a little bit of their certain scent, and it's not all bad. It smells kind of nice. And so imagine that mixed with a little vanilla, a little bit of the outdoors, a little wood. It is just so beautiful. So White Fox by Solstice Scents. So that concludes 10 scents that to me smell like the winter holidays. I would love to hear from you as far as what you think is missing on this list. I could have made it 3 times as large, honestly, but I was like, let's do a variety. Would love to hear what scents for you are just epitomize the winter holidays. And especially I would love to hear from you, not only if you celebrate Christmas like I did growing up, but if you celebrate other winter holidays, I'd love to know if your scents somewhat differ based on on maybe slightly different rituals. So would love to learn more about other cultures and scents and what you think about when you think about winter holidays. So thanks, and I'll be bringing more holiday-based videos to you soon. Cheers. Have a great day. Bye.